Got ourselves Goeris over for that team. Kragar. That team also got the man himself. We got ourselves, what's her name? Easy Time Skill. Easy Time Skill, as well as Coley. I don't even know. Holy dude, this wizard right here. Wizardry Paladin versus Rao. Oh, he's got himself Reflect Blind. Is Kali Von God. Wait. Kali Von God. I don't know what that's supposed to be, dude. Calvin. Calvin? Is that supposed to be? You know what? I'm gonna call him Calvin. I'm gonna call him a Calvin, dude. He looks like a Calvin. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the dwarf paladin with a wizard head, like, Calvin. Calvin the paladin. Calvin of the silver hand. By the way, you have a cool mustache. Love him. Yeah, bugged up. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. I didn't get the mustache accent today, but yeah, it's at this point of I think I coached it enough to take a shape, a decent shape that I can be happy with. Big bubble out of Calvin, got himself a big go. I think he's playing around the Wake of Ashes wings, so he's got himself a big line with dot damage on the Ravos. They ended up nerfing the dot damage a little bit for Paladins, trying to make the hammer build and the Herald of the Sun dot build a little bit more even, but Ravos is still melting right now. He's still taking quite a bit of damage, trying to see if he closes the gap, but every time he's walking away, Calvin backs up out of there. Every time he's walking at Calvin walking away, so he's not giving him a chance to like approach him. He's staying in the dead zone on the charge. It is so perfect. As Pilers trying to see if he can drop down a volley. Calvin, as long as he doesn't sit in the volley, because Pilot is probably playing a shrink talent where the volley does more damage, and volley lets you see enemies through line of sight if they're in your volley. So as long as you're not sitting in the volley, you're going to be okay. Hand of Freedom, in case there's going to be any slows by the Hunter. Stun, gets himself a proper go. Searing Glare to stop the Hunter from being able to counteract. Got himself full burst, so the Hunter is going to be able to miss his attacks for the next 4 seconds after the Searing Glare. Rapid Fire, taking a lot of damage. Walls available. Full burst out of the Hunter. Tries to go for a disengage, but it's going to be immediate blind, so he's actually cancels the disengage movement. Stun onto Calvin. Might be a Blessing of Protection. Does go for a bop. You could remove it. Possibly. If you go Trank Shot, you might be able to remove it, but also you got a little bit of that shadow damage being a Dark Ranger, so those things will go through Blessing of Protection. Does get to him. Rip off the buff of Blessing of Protection. Calvin, not an amazing spot. Stun onto Pilers does force a trinket out of him though, but he doesn't really have anything to follow up. He's got a wall, but he's trying to see if he can just stay back here behind the pillar, building as much holy power as he can, but he's out of mana. He's literally spent. He's trying to keep himself alive as best possible. Lay on Hands does give him a bit more healing to work with, but a Rapid Fire is going to bring that health bar back down little by little. 2 minutes into the match, 10% dampening. Calvin got himself a proper go, but I don't know where he can go in this situation. Scatter for a second. Rapid Fire behind the pillar, and it's just over. It is lights as go. Where is the DK? Charging out at Pilers, hitting him with a full root death and decay, playing the Rider, the Apocalypse. It looks like one of his riders is running away. Wait, where is his riders running away? What is that? Wait, is that the Prince of Pilers attacking someone else? I think that's what it was though. Does end up going for a quick obliterate at the end there. Playing that dual wheel build too. It looks so good. It looks great. I feel like he just needs a different helm to match his set. I will almost wish there was like some kind of like a similar colored helm, like the same color look, but something that matches shoulder pads. You know what I mean? I think that will look great. It's going to be a plus. Try to see if we can break through defenses of Goeris. Mighty to burn defenses here. That is the sheet death. Oh my god. The Rogue did not even hold anything back. It just went in all out. Oh my goodness. With Ken Govelli. Ken. We're going to call him Ken. Going to be up next. Try to see if we go for big Ascendance Enhancement. Or not Ascendance, but a Bloodlust. And let's say Enhancement got buffed up this week too, so I'm actually very, very excited. Wait, is the name King? I'll call him Kin. I'm calling him Kin. It's much, much easier than King. That extra G at the end. Try to see if we can get a root on. The Rogue does not connect. Flush went in for a big go and busted out of there for a Kin. He's perfectly fine right now. So it's going to be okay for a moment. Shadow Strike by the Rogue. Try to see if you can build up the comp points. As long as you can avoid that the totem and stay away from it, you might be all right. That totem is going to do quite a number of damage here. Cheap shots back to back at the Kin. Got himself a death mark yet again. You got to walk the Rogue back at the totem. That is going to be a big zap on the totem that doesn't redirect the damage back to the Rogue. Root onto the Rogue for a second as you get disarmed. But look at them lava lashes. Oh my god, he just He just decided to man mode that rogue, took everything to the face there. As Tama gonna be up next, he's playing out the ice form wizard here, literally a wizard hat and everything, trying to see if he can burrow down Kid in a full-on barrage of fire and ice, and is able to do so quite handily. The fact this man is a pet Darren in the full wizard outfit, it is glorious, man. It is glorious. Kragar up next versus these wizards, man. He's got to fight too. He's got to fight Tama. He's got to fight Young Jay. It's going to be a tough match for both of them. Ice Form for Tama, though, I think could be huge because the Ice Form gives you immunity to stuns, which makes it harder for Kragar to really pin you down with Stormbolt and Shockwaves. But also, it buffs your Frostbolts, and if you get those Frostfire Bolts, I think those replace Frostbolts. So anything that buffs Frostbolts also buffs those Frostfire Bolts. And it had such a short cooldown. You're getting those as instant cast anyway. So it's kind of like, what a combo. Kragar trying to see if he can go for Reflect here. That's going to be Tama just going for an interrupt to reflect that interrupt back at himself. He is not playing around the normal block though. He's playing around Shimmers, so he can't get out of the stuns as easily without Ice Form. And that's going to be immediate demolish out of Kragar. First little block at a Tama, shatters that immediately. And Kragar with a wall, just trying to see if he can keep waddling towards Tama, trying to see if he can add this right here. A big hit, does connect. But Tama able to back up out of there for a moment. Kragar looking for line of sight, trying to see if he can find some cover behind the pillar, behind the big shark. And Tama, kind of some Ice Form, able to reposition towards Kragar with a freeze. Frostbomb, he's at a full stun go. He's trying to go for full stun go. Kragar, question is, do you live it? Big spike? Almost kills you. You do live it barely. Charges in. He might need to go for the fear. Stone onto Tama, finally able to lock him down for a second. Trinket as he goes in for a bleed. Leap back in, but you're stuck next to the frozen orb. Trying to see if he can get next to Tama. He just needs to hit him with the fear. Does land the fear. I think he just lined aside him, yeah? No, he's not line asiding. He's trying to see if he can rip some healing from him, or maybe just force another block. He might be able to. The big demon's available. Blades to follow. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much you can do though. You have a rally, but breath right after with a Ring of Frost. Oh no, hold on a second. I don't know, but you can do anything here at all. Full freeze. I think it's over. Big spike. Oh, mages, man, mages. And Tama is definitely not a mage to be snuffed at, or snuffed at? What am I trying to say here? Not to be avoided, ignored, not to be underestimated is what I'm trying to... You know what I mean, right? I'm not a wordsmith, dude. I just commentate duels. I get my brain filled with all the class abilities. I should probably write a vocabulary too, though. Jesus Christ. Or dictionary. Vocabulary. Again, not a wordsmith at all. Tama might be going down here, though. That is a full Kingsbane, everything. Oh, they just gonna freeze? Is it no health at all? Trying to see if we can just run down the rogue. Is it gonna be enough though? Big fade for the rogue. Still getting the shatters, but oh, the dots. The rogue knew. You're just walking out here confident. He's feeling good. He just got himself a kill. Vanish and Cloak are available if he wants to use it. Vanish is up. Got himself a sippy cup. 42% dampening. He's still dotted. Someone keeping him out in the open. And Young Jay just needs to get line of sight of the rogue and drop everything on him. Izzy, as the rogue name is it Easy Time Skill? Easy Time Skill. What is that supposed to be, actually? I don't understand. He could go for full Deathmark. There's a Deathmark into Young. Does he go for Kingsbane? He could Kingsbane it. Cloak of Shadows might be used here by the rogue. Does go for the Cloak. Young maybe looking for a block here. Hold on a second. Young is not feeling all that good. Easy. Just keeping the pressure on him. Shadow Step. That is going to be big ultra right now for Young. Do you go for Kingsbane? There goes the Kingsbane. Young, I think he's just going to play it crazily. I think he's just gonna stay super aggressive. His health is not doing that good. Blind for the rogue just to catch a reset. He could go for a vanish here. Rogue is not out of the woods. Young is not out of the woods. He's not in a great spot. Oh, the rogue kills him with just the dots. This is why you should be very careful about having your health drop below 10%. Always be careful with dots and your health drop below 10% because rogue snipe too. Well done. Tama bringing it with 2 kills. It takes down Kragar, but the rogue sniping all these mages out, dude. Never underestimate an assassination rogue in their bleeds, man. They are brutal.